When you're announcing a tour like this, I can't work out whether it's a help or a hindrance that your name has been in the headlines of late.
If my name's in the headlines, that's always a good thing.
Uh-huh.
And no such thing as bad press, it has been said.
I was wondering about that. The truism is that there's no such thing as bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. But in
Well,
this case, I
that's
don't know.
it's actually not true. There is such a thing as publicity that can harm you, especially in this day of cancellation. In fact, there is such a thing as bad press,
Hmm. Well, I've been
usually emanating from one inadvertent comment or foolish remark or something.
hmm which you've not encountered yourself personally, I believe.
I don't know how I've gotten away with it all these years.
Considering how much you've
Maybe,
spoken.
maybe. In fact, I'm taking it personally. People are obviously not paying attention. I'm saying all kinds of bad shit.
Well, I've been asked not to ask you about that particular thing that's in the headlines of late. Does that accord with your instructions?
Representatives of myself have been not been available for comment.
Fair enough. Well, given my many hours spent listening to you speak in recent weeks of how well the three of you
Damn,
have been getting on post band life, as in once you stopped working together, you become famous friends. I was a bit surprised to
absolutely.
see what's been in the news of late.
So where are you going on holiday this year?
Uh-huh, I see what you're doing there. This is a cue. I take it. Thank you. Do you suspect that by the time this tour arrives in January, you might be freer to talk about such things, or not?
No idea.
Hmm. Thank you for entertaining that line of questioning. I shall move on. What have you made of watching the last year or so of Oasis reforming and now touring both the UK and now the US, seeing that kind of revival go on?
I am sorry to admit to your readers that people, including Oasis, have very poor rear view mirrors. Um, Whatever happened after my time, I'm not that aware of. Uh, 10 years go by and I start picking up on what's going on out there, but I sort of missed Oasis. But I like the fact that they are a story, and hope they discover, as the Police did, that the reunion tour is very healing, and that all that wasted time of whatever they were screaming about, you know, time goes by and it doesn't matter anymore. Let's go out there and light up a stadium, for God's sake. They're probably having the time of their lives and wondering why they didn't kiss and make up 10 years ago.
Well, I've heard you speak about the benefits of band therapy that you underwent around your own reunion tour. Is there a part of you that wished that you had done that earlier in your career, or could it not have happened until that point?
It would have been great back in the day to have had that, because we found out years later what the problems were. And, even after band therapy, we were still had another 6 months or however long of tour to do. We still had screaming matches, but at least they were understood. Sting and I both suffer from very shallow reservoir of bile. Neither of us is able to sustain a towering rage for longer than about 10, 15 minutes. You know, Andy can stay grumpy for a week. Um, but old Sting and I, we just, pretty soon we forgot what we were shouting about. And we have a bond, fraternal bond.